10th Playgroup is an initiative started by 10th Church about 4 years ago. We wanted to meet more of our neighbors, learn how we could better serve them. And it occurred to us that on a weekday walking by our church, what so many of our neighbors see is iron gates, closed and locked up tight. And so we have invited them in to Playgroup. We currently serve 55 to 60 families on a Wednesday morning. They all come in. We have a doorman appointed who greets them, and we use the sanctuary for stroller parking. They make their way upstairs, and this fellowship hall awaits them with coffee, toys, and good friends. Our format is really simple. We offer great coffee, a little bit of brunch for caregivers, and we set out all of the toys that we can gather. We have a craft table, we have a Play-Doh table, maybe a water table, and they can just help themselves to the learning stations. And the caregivers go along and they can relax. We have folding chairs sitting around, and we get their attention mid-morning. Everybody comes over for circle time. We have announcements, birth announcements, community activities available, all the latest news. We sing a couple of songs, and then we break again for free play until we sing the cleanup time song, and they go on their way. They pack up and we say goodbye for another couple of weeks. We haven't offered any forms of publicity since the launch event, and yet they keep coming. They bring their friends. They tell them at the library and in the park and pass along a link to what we do. They also begin to trust us enough to talk about some of their cares and their concerns. Many of them are here in town for career or education purposes for maybe 2 to 3 years. They're away from their own families. They may not have a support network to ask, how do I get this baby to sleep? Where can we find good babysitters? Sometimes we get the question, wow, I've got these children now. I thought I knew what I believed, but I think I'd better be fine-tuning that. Do you have anything to say to speak to that? We've definitely learned in the 4 years' time that hospitality with no strings attached is a radical concept, and just the wondrous availability of our volunteers, of our church. And I know there is a small army of people out there praying for the volunteers as they come and do their thing, and even praying for families in the neighborhood that they don't know. And we get to tell the neighbors that there are people behind the scenes that you don't see who are praying for you, and we pass special concerns along to those people. I can't presume to know what God's doing through 10th Playgroup, but I will say I've observed some things. And when you take a church fellowship like ours, and you have people that are, by design, gifted in certain ways, it would seem that they're being placed deliberately to be here when needs arise, when questions come up, just to celebrate the life moments with these families. We receive birth announcements that we announce at circle time, and everyone claps when a baby is born, and there have been some losses too, and we stand on the sidelines and give a hug when it's needed. And we just marvel at that we knew it was a concept that had value to it, but to see that living and breathing, what a privilege.